We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
Monique, why is she canceled? And then I know Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her. When I talked to him, he was like, nah, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that. Because I said, you just got to consider how strong your influence is at that point.
50 Cent is calling out Steve Harvey for allegedly letting Oprah pull him into her behind-the-scenes agenda against Taraji, and the whole situation is turning into pure chaos. Oprah was reportedly upset because Taraji spoke up about the treatment she experienced during the Color Purple press run, and some insiders claim Oprah believed Taraji's honesty brought negativity that hurt the movie's box office performance. Now, 50 might joke around online, but when it comes to loyalty, he does not play. He's not about to watch another talented woman get pushed aside the same way fans believe Oprah previously handled Monica, and he is making it very clear that he won't let Taraji be another target.
As a black woman, you know, we do it with so much grace and get paid half the price of what we're worth. And that becomes difficult. And it's a slap in my face when people go, oh, you work all the time. Well, bitch, I have to, because the math ain't mathin'. I wish I could do 2 films a year and relax the rest. I wish I had it like that. So because you see me working so much, I got to. You know, big bills come with this shit we do, okay? I don't do this alone. It takes a team. And they want to get paid for their work, as they should. So when you hear somebody making, oh, they made $10 million on this movie, well, you know Uncle Sam gonna get 50% off the top, right? And then you gotta pay 30% or however much you pay your team. So you really haven't made $10 million. So that's why that Benjamin Button story hits so hard, because all I was asking was for $500,000. I wasn't trying to take nothing from Brad Pitt or Kate Blanchett. They deserve to earn what they get because they work their asses off for it. I so too worked my ass off. And at the time, I couldn't say no. I didn't have any power because they would have been like, next. But I saw the bigger picture and I had to check my ego. And it was tough because I had to check it every day on that set. I had to check it because it would rise up in me and I would be like,
What makes this even wilder is the rumor that Taraji's career is already taking hits. Reportedly, some studios are quietly removing her from upcoming opportunities, and several industry people are suddenly acting like they don't want to work with her. That shift has fans convinced something bigger might be happening behind closed doors. But here's where things explode. 50 Cent is claiming he has receipts proving a deeper agenda, and he's hinting that those receipts could completely expose the situation if he decides to release them. He's basically daring anyone involved to try him, and he's saying he's ready to put everything out there if necessary. So the real question is this: is Oprah truly trying to damage Taraji's career because Taraji opened up about her experience on the Color Purple tour? And did she actually reach out to Steve Harvey to help push that plan forward? This story is heating up fast, so let's dig in.
Women having the same story, it's breaking my heart. Like 20 plus in the game, it breaks my heart. It's like every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, oh, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. When, where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can. And we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always half full.
Taraji and Oprah had the whole internet buzzing a few weeks ago after Taraji dropped some shocking comments during the Color Purple press run, and the fallout has not slowed down one bit. Press tours are supposed to hype the movie, keep everything positive, and make people want to buy tickets. So when Taraji unloaded her frustrations, a lot of folks felt she broke the unspoken Hollywood rule. Some people argued she should have at least waited until the movie earned its money back before speaking her truth, but honestly, it's not hard to understand why she finally let everything out. According to many fans, Taraji has been dealing with years of feeling undervalued, overlooked, and offered unfair deals. So when she finally had a public platform placed right in her hands, she couldn't hold all that emotion in anymore. Everything really exploded after her SAG-AFTRA interview, where she revealed something that stunned the entire industry. She said she hasn't seen a real rise in her paycheck since Proud Mary. And if you watched Proud Mary, you know she absolutely dominated that role. That performance should have opened major doors and secured her the kind of paychecks top-tier actresses usually get. But the truth is, you can look at almost any role Taraji has ever played, from drama to action to comedy, and see how every single one of them should have elevated her into the highest paid category. She's consistently delivered powerhouse performances, yet somehow she never received the financial recognition that matched her talent. And that's exactly why her honesty during the press tour hit so hard.
They're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid. Well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. That's what I feel like I'm doing. When I demand what I feel, listen, I have more than a 30-year professional career. I had a friend who said, yeah, but Viola, your career is better than my career. I said, yeah, but you can't compare me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me, and yet I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. And yet, I have to constantly get on that phone, and I have fabulous agents, by the way. They are getting it. But I have to get on that phone, and people say, you're a black Meryl Streep. You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that? You pay me what I'm worth. You give me what I'm worth.
Taraji revealed that when she was approached for The Color Purple, the initial offer she received was so low that she felt genuinely disrespected. She made it clear that accepting numbers like that would only keep the cycle going, and if actresses at her level didn't finally take a stand, then the younger generation coming up behind them would be stuck facing the exact same treatment. Her honesty cracked open a conversation that Hollywood had been avoiding for years. The reality that many black women in the industry are still underpaid and overlooked despite their talent and accomplishments. Even Viola Davis stepped forward and shared that she's still not valued the way her male peers or even white female colleagues are, despite having an award list that almost nobody can match. Gabrielle Union backed Taraji too, adding her own experiences of being underpaid and pushed beyond her limits, while studios expected her to be grateful for whatever was offered. And then Keke Palmer joined the discussion on Instagram, explaining that just like Taraji, she has a whole team working behind the scenes that she must pay before she sees her own share. Which means those big checks people assume she's getting shrink fast. Keke pointed out something a lot of fans never think about. This industry runs like any other business, and the actress is the brand. So that brand has managers, agents, lawyers, stylists, assistants, and those costs can drain any supposed large lump sum long before it ever feels like real earnings.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
This whole situation showed just how many actresses have been quietly carrying the same burden, and Taraji simply broke the silence everyone else had been forced to live with. Just like everyone else, Taraji has monthly expenses, responsibilities, and a whole life to maintain. And as the old Biggie line says, more money can really mean more problems. Things hit even harder when Taraji broke down in tears during her interview with Gayle King, explaining that she has always worked herself to the limit because she was getting paid so little and the numbers simply weren't adding up. But what really sent fans into detective mode was how Gayle responded. Viewers noticed she kept steering Taraji away from the main issue, almost like she didn't want Taraji saying anything that might reflect badly on Oprah, her close friend. That moment sparked major suspicion because by then, fans had already started picking up on the tension between Oprah and Taraji throughout the Color Purple press run.
And after this, we're gonna go. You see those like complete windows up there? It's the very top. Oh,
oh, hey, y'all are back. Y'all are back at home.
Did you think you could escape? No.
Okay, awesome.
Get him.
You do a group shot. I know it's
All right.
I can't see a thing.
Can't see a thing, but it's all
Can
right.
anybody see anything? There we go.
Where are we looking?
Right here. Oh, wait, we're starting right down here.
Okay.
Everybody right down here, and then we're gonna go all the way around the ring.
Come on, Fantasia. I want to
Be a part of it.
Guys together, just a little shot.
According to insiders, Taraji wasn't just unhappy about the small offer. She and several cast members reportedly dealt with rough working conditions during filming. Fantasia and Danielle Brooks even mentioned they didn't have proper dressing rooms and had to squeeze into one cramped space together while working long hours. And on top of that, there were claims they weren't provided food on set, leaving them to figure things out themselves while filming a major studio project. Hearing all that, you can understand why Taraji reached a breaking point. The story gets even more explosive because fans allege that when Taraji tried to take her concerns directly to Oprah, who was one of the film's key creative leaders, Oprah reportedly brushed her off and told her to step away instead of listening. That moment, according to the rumors, sparked the real tension between them. And you can literally feel that energy in the footage from their press appearances. Every glance, every expression, every stiff moment, fans noticed all of it. Allegedly, Oprah kept pushing Taraji to smile, stay upbeat, and push through the entire press run, even though everyone could clearly see Taraji was exhausted and fed up. And now that The Color Purple struggled at the box office, the rumor going around is that Oprah allegedly blames Taraji for the outcome, which makes the whole situation even messier. What makes the flop so shocking is the amount of hype leading up to the release. People expected this film to dominate because the cast was stacked with talent. Taraji, Whoopi Goldberg, Halle Bailey, Coleman Domingo, the type of lineup that usually guarantees a major hit. Those who actually watched it said the performances were powerful, emotional, and worthy of praise, so no one expected the numbers to fall this short. But according to reports, the film had a massive budget of over $100 million, and it only brought in about $58 million at the box office. And here's the twist. The entire $58 million doesn't even go back to the producers because theaters take a big chunk, sometimes even more than half. That means the studio was barely seeing any real return from the theatrical run. This is reportedly why the movie was pushed to streaming almost immediately. They were trying to salvage what they could because breaking even was becoming a serious struggle. And the wildest part? The audience rating was actually higher than the Broadway musical version, which means people enjoyed the movie but for some reason still weren't rushing to theaters. The numbers just didn't match the reactions, leaving everyone shocked and confused about what really went wrong. Word on the street is that Taraji's comments about how she was treated on set pushed a lot of people to quietly boycott the movie. And that's where things allegedly took a sharp turn. Sources claim the real reason Oprah is reportedly furious at Taraji is because The Color Purple was supposed to be a major win for Harpo Studios. This project was expected to bring in serious money, stack up awards, and open the door for Oprah to secure big funding for her next slate of films. But instead of becoming the financial breakthrough she hoped for, the film struggled. And now insiders are saying Oprah allegedly wants to make Taraji pay for it, in the same way fans believe she went after Monique years ago. And just so nobody forgets, Monique went through something eerily similar back in 2009 after starring in Precious, a movie Oprah was heavily involved in. Monique was reportedly paid only $50,000 for the role, which was extremely low, but she accepted because she believed it would strengthen her resume. And she was right. She won several awards and delivered one of the most memorable performances of her career. But the situation soured fast when Oprah asked her to go on an unpaid promotional tour. Monique refused, explaining that she had already fulfilled her contract and she wasn't going to work for free when she had a family to take care of. After that, rumors allegedly began spreading within the industry that Monique was difficult, and suddenly studios didn't want to touch her. Offers disappeared, meetings dried up, and some of the projects she was already attached to were quietly pulled away from her. People are now wondering if Taraji is facing that same pattern. A powerful figure allegedly upset, money on the line, and a talented actress suddenly dealing with opportunities vanishing. Monique's situation got so bad that her career never fully bounced back, even after years passed. Eventually, director Lee Daniels publicly apologized and admitted that she was blackballed simply because she refused to play along with the system. And through all of that chaos, the one person who actually stood beside her was 50 Cent. When he learned Monique was allegedly being pushed out of the industry for not going along with Oprah's expectations, he put his reputation on the line to defend her. He promoted her comedy shows, supported her comeback publicly, and even promised to help her rebuild her career. And he backed up every single word. He later cast her in his hit series Black Mafia Family, showing everyone he wasn't just talking. He was actually taking action and giving her a real shot. Now, 50 and Oprah have had tension for years. According to him, Oprah has a habit of using her platform in ways that don't always uplift black entertainers, and that alone made him keep his distance. Their issues go way back to when Oprah reportedly refused to have him on her show because she felt his music was too violent, and because 50 never lets a feud die quietly. He even named his dog Oprah, a classic 50 move that proves he doesn't forget anything. But this time, he's taking things much more seriously. 50 is stepping in again, and now he's defending Taraji because he believes the same pattern he saw with Monique is happening all over again. To show he wasn't bluffing, he posted about how he helped Mary J. Blige secure one of the highest paying roles for a black actress when he cast her in his Power Universe series, Ghost. In his eyes, if he can negotiate fair treatment for these women, then there's no excuse for the industry to keep undervaluing someone with Taraji's talent. And he's ready to make noise until something changes. For context, Mary J. Blige reportedly earned around $400,000 per episode for Ghost, which is exactly why people paid attention when 50 brought her up. He was showing that fair pay is absolutely possible when the right people fight for it. But then 50 pushed things even further by hinting that he was ready to expose Steve Harvey for allegedly letting Oprah involve him in her supposed attempt to sideline Taraji. And with Steve Harvey, the rumors surrounding his behavior in the industry go way back, which is why this part of the story grabbed so much attention. Fans have long discussed how Steve allegedly clashed with certain comedians, including old claims that he was jealous of Bernie Mac's rising success and supposedly tried to interfere with his shine. Those claims have always been debated, but they still pop up whenever Steve's name comes up in these conversations. There have also been conversations online about Steve's comedy style and how he sometimes leaned into certain stereotypes during earlier parts of his career. Cat Williams even spoke out years ago, accusing Steve of encouraging Cedric the Entertainer to wear a dress for a comedy sketch, something fans link to Hollywood's long-running pattern of pushing black male entertainers into roles meant to make them look less powerful. Again, these are accusations and opinions, but they added fuel to the ongoing debate. Steve has also been labeled a sellout by some critics, especially after his public conversation with Monique. On his own show, he told her to focus on her money instead of standing firm on principle, something many viewers felt proved he wasn't willing to challenge powerful people in Hollywood, even when he believed someone else was being treated unfairly. So when rumors started circulating that Oprah allegedly reached out to Steve for help in dealing with Taraji, a lot of people weren't shocked. To them, it lined up with the same pattern they've been talking about for years. Powerful entertainers allegedly working together behind the scenes to protect each other's interests, even if it comes at someone else's expense. It wouldn't be the first time Steve has allegedly moved like this, and the wildest part is how quickly everything shifted. Out of nowhere, Taraji did a complete 180 and started praising Oprah like she was the most supportive person in the world. Taraji suddenly posted, "Ms. Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do." Yeah, our fans were not buying that for a second. People immediately started calling it out, saying the energy felt forced and completely opposite from everything Taraji had been saying earlier. The comments were brutal, with fans insisting they were tired of what they saw as a two-sided act from Oprah. One fan said, "That's what I love about Taraji. She always kept it real and revealed the truth. We had no idea what was happening behind the scenes until she spoke up." Another person added that Oprah has always expected everything to go her way, and now that people are finally standing up to her, she allegedly can't handle it. Someone else chimed in with, "Kudos to 50 Cent for standing up for Taraji and putting Oprah in her place." And there were even more comments saying Oprah's reputation in the Black community has been shaky for a long time, with one viewer referencing old concerns by saying, as Gomer Pyle would have said, "Shame, shame, shame." So here's the real question everyone is asking right now. Is Oprah allegedly trying to damage Taraji's career? And is Steve Harvey really helping her do it? This story is heating up fast, and the truth always finds its way out. Now, if you're rocking with the content, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.